Alright, we have our subordinate image placed, and we're going to look at how we can blend it a little bit using what we call gradient fade. Let's go back to Photoshop. So here's where we placed our image. We can see if we turn off our subordinate image over here, again with the eyeballs, we can turn them on and off and see what's underneath them. We have that nice gradient, brown to brown. But we want to get rid of this line. We want it to blend. So let me just delete this real quick because I already had this in place. To do that, we're going to add a layer mask that's going to allow us to put a gradient feather on the bottom of this image. So I'm going to make sure I have the image layer I want selected, the subordinate image. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to click on the layer mask. So I have the layer mask in place. I have it selected. I want you to notice you can click the image or the layer mask. I want to work specifically on the layer mask. Come over here to gradient. And you have two choices here. You have paint bucket or gradient tool. I want the gradient tool. And with the gradient tool, the little crosshairs, I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to drag towards the top. And it's going to feather it in the direction I move. So if I start right here and I drag upwards, notice how it fades it. You can see there's still a noticeable line there. You got to play it a little bit. So I'm going to hit Command Z to step backwards. I'm going to try starting a little bit lower and fading up to here. I want you to see how less of it fades. Okay, I'm going to start at the bottom and go all the way past his head. More of it fades, but we're still not getting rid of that line. Command Z to undo it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start just above that line. I'm going to go up maybe a couple inches, and now for the most part, if I look, it's gone. I'm going to try that again, just above the white line, go up a little bit higher. Still see a little bit of the line there. I'm going to go up just a little bit more. And there, now we kind of have a nice brown fade. It should be blending in much better. And you can play with it till you get it perfect. I'll probably play with it a little bit more until I get it just how I want it. But what this does, this blends the image into the background at the bottom, which allows us to start blending the images together to have them be unified, and then find places where we can kind of separate them to have them stand out and give us that kind of three-dimensional look. And that's how you blend an image using a gradient fade.